Rachel Brosnahan talks about the Lois Lane rumours, a Christopher Reeve documentary film is in production, and the CW's president talks about the cliffhanger ending for Season 3 of Superman and Lois. Welcome to the Speeding Bulletin, your Superman highlights video, bringing you up to speed on everything that took place in the world of Superman from May 17th to May 23rd, 2023. Hi, I'm Steve Younis. Before we check out these news stories and more, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell so you'll receive notification each time I post a new video. In movie news, while most of the casting discussions for the upcoming Superman Legacy film have been focused on who will be playing Superman, the role of Lois Lane is just as hotly debated, with names like Emma Mackey and Samara Weaving amongst those who have reportedly auditioned for the part. Also among those in contention is Rachel Brosnahan, best known as the star of Amazon Prime's The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Talking on The View, Brosnahan wouldn't confirm or deny whether she has tried out for the part of Lois Lane, but she did have this to say.
Yeah. Well, before you go, some news broke over the weekend that's also exciting, that you are one of the front runners to play Lois Lane in the upcoming reboot of Superman Legacy. So, I know you can't confirm or deny, but congratulations.
Sure you
can. Talk. But how would it be to play that part for you?
I mean, look, take everything you read on the internet with a grain of salt is my first piece of advice. But look, it would be extraordinary. I grew up watching Lois Lane, this incredibly talented journalist who is far from a damsel in distress.
Yes.
And I would jump at the chance if it arose. Well.
Superman Legacy is scheduled to be released July 11th, 2025. A documentary film on the life and career of Superman actor Christopher Reeve is in production. The collaboration between Words and Pictures, Passion Pictures and Misfits Entertainment was granted permission by the Reeve estate, which is the first time any filmmaker has been granted access to the family's archives, including home movies and interviews with Chris's children. The film is expected to be released sometime in 2024, commemorating 20 years since Christopher Reeve's death. On the television side of things, the latest episode of Superman and Lois aired on the CW on Tuesday night, titled The Dress. In this episode, Superman and John Henry clash over how to handle Bruno Mannheim, while Lois worries over upcoming treatments and confides in Lana about her early courtship with Clark. Meanwhile, Jonathan Jordan and Sarah work together to help Natalie deal with the aftermath of meeting Mateo's family. Look for Michael Bailey's review of this episode to be posted on our website in the next few days. The CW also released the official description for the 11th episode of Season 3 of Superman and Lois, titled Complications. In this episode, Clark helps Lois prepare for a procedure but must leave the boys with her to help John Henry and General Lane track down the Mannheims. Meanwhile, John Henry and Nat butt heads over her desire to help Mateo, and Bruno's plans go awry as Pia's condition worsens. This episode is scheduled to air on the CW on Tuesday, June 6th. Brad Schwartz, the president of the CW, revealed at a press conference in New York earlier this week that the Season 3 finale of Superman and Lois is amazing. He said, "You've got some Lex Luthor in there. I don't want to give away spoilers, but the end of the season is great and it's got a bit of a cliffhanger." Interestingly, Schwartz couldn't yet divulge if Superman and Lois would continue on for a 4th season at the CW, that while the series is very strong, it is expensive and doesn't make money for us, he said. With a decision on the future of Superman and Lois coming sooner rather than later, Schwartz did state that the CW doesn't own the rights to prior seasons of the series. They are available on HBO Max. If the CW decides to pass on the 4th season of Superman and Lois, it's speculated that Warner Brothers may decide to continue the series over on the rebadged Max streaming service. And speaking of which, the rebranding of HBO Max launched this week, with the streaming service now simply known as Max. In comic book news, can a weakened Man of Steel liberate the entire planet? Superman Warworld Saga is a tale you won't soon forget. The Superman Warworld Saga trade paperback collects the full Warworld Saga and is available to order now for its release in November. DC Comics released their August 2023 solicitations this week, and we highlighted for you all the Superman-related comic books listed. Of special note was Superman 2023 Annual. Lois Lane is now editor-in-chief of the Daily Planet, but at heart she'll always be an investigative reporter. And lately Metropolis has had a whole new set of secrets she must uncover, even if it means investigating her own husband, Superman. Featuring Livewire, Parasite and Mercy, this special issue is your next big puzzle piece, leading to a massive Superman crossover in 2024. And Batman Superman World's Finest number 18. Think you know how Superman and Batman met and became friends? Think again. Read the untold tale of how the world's finest collided and the stunning secret loss that nearly destroyed their partnership before it even began. Check out all the Superman-related comic books coming out in August at our website. Mike Carlin, longtime comic book editor at DC, announced his retirement over the weekend, ending a 37-year career that included working as editor on the Superman comic books, overseeing the death of Superman's storyline and the aftermath. Carlin's wife Janice posted a statement on Facebook, which you can read in full at our website. We wish Mike all the best in his retirement. Superman comic books available this week from May 23rd include Action Comics 1055, which is available in 5 different variant covers. DC Ruby number 4 also comes in a variant cover. And DC Pride, the New Generation hardcover. Our reviewer James Lance has already submitted his review of Action Comics 1055, saying, "The main story is amazing, but the Bronze Age nerd in me will always have a soft spot for Dan Jurgens' Superman stories." And he gave the first 2 stories in this issue a 5 out of 5 rating, and you can read his full review at our website. The world's greatest superheroes collide with the world's best-known fairy tales to create DC Superhero Fairy Tales. Get Superman and the Rumpelstiltskin Roos for just $2.78. And how about Supergirl and the Cinder Games, yours for $5.93. These and the rest of the DC Superhero Fairy Tales are available through the Superman homepage online shopping page at supermanhomepage.com/shop. Before we get into the rest of this week's news, if you're finding this video interesting or entertaining in any way, then please leave a thumbs up and a comment below, and don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. Also, if you'd like to support the Superman homepage, then you can become an official member of our YouTube channel with different levels of perks. All you have to do is click the join button below, or you can become a sponsor through patreon.com/Superman homepage. So in the rest of this week's news, Mezco Toys are now taking pre-orders for their Superman Recovery Suit Edition 1/12 collective action figure. This figure is outfitted in an all-black suit with the House of L family crest front and center. Removable rocket boots and rocket thruster FX are included for the times where he is incapable of flight. Superman comes with 4 head portraits in varying facial expressions. Each 1/12 collective Superman Recovery Suit Edition figure is packaged in a collector-friendly box designed with collectors in mind. Priced at $95 US and expected to ship in January to March next year, you can pre-order your Superman Recovery Suit Edition 1/12 collective action figure through our website. Superman fans in Houston, Texas, and London and Newcastle upon Tyne in England will want to get along to local conventions taking place next weekend, as a number of Superman-related celebrities will be in attendance. Comicpalooza in Houston, Texas will take place across May 26th to May 28th. Actors Chad L. Coleman, who plays Bruno Mannheim and Superman and Lois, Titus Welliver, who plays Lex Luthor on Titans, and Jack Quaid, the voice of Superman in the upcoming My Adventures with Superman animated series, will be there on Saturday and Sunday, while comic book artist Yannick Paquet will be there across all 3 days. MCM Comic Con in London will take place across May 26th to May 28th. Comic book artist Mike Perkins will be there on Saturday, while Comic Con Northeast in Newcastle upon Tyne in England is on from May 27th to May 28th. Actor James Masters, who played Brainiac on the TV series Smallville, will be there across both days. Warner Brothers Movie World theme park on the Gold Coast in Australia will see DC superheroes and supervillains return from June 24th to July 16th for the Ultimate Showdown. Get ready for villainous fun with action-packed shows, entertainment, and an epic daily parade at 5 p.m. For the ultimate thrill, conquer DC rivals Hypercoaster, Superman Escape, or Batwing Space Shot, plus so much more. You can visit movieworld.com.au for more information. Australia Post announced the upcoming release of the Superman 85th Anniversary Stamp Pack. Inside there is a sheet of 12 $1.20 decorative frame My Stamps featuring the iconic Man of Steel. There is also a sheetlet of 12 circular stickers containing Superman-themed illustrations. Priced at $17.50 Australian and expected to be released on June 13th, you'll be able to order your Superman 85th Anniversary Stamp Pack from ozpost.com.au or at your local Australia Post store. That's all the news there was for the week May 17th to May 23rd. I'm Steve Younis. See you next week.